If you got girlfriends, get rid of them, get married. You know what I'm saying? It requires me to make all those sacrifices. Why would I choose that? When I can choose a religion where I can lay in bed and all I got to do is just every now and then remember Jesus, my Lord and Savior. Why would I choose that? I said, but more importantly, why would millions of Muslims, Christians, convert to Islam every year? Every year, when they had a religion that was like welfare, something for nothing. But now they got to go to a religion where they got to work now. Why would they choose that? And you know what he said? He said, because Islam requires discipline. I said, but it goes beyond Islam requiring discipline. Islam is the truth. They recognize that truth. You know what I'm saying? And he basically acknowledged that the Quran was from God. I said, but you know you bear witness against yourself now. Because you made that statement. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you can't deny it. You know, so why? So that's the question I asked them. Why would people choose to come into a religion that requires reformation and sacrifice and striving in the way of God? Okay, not just through words, but you got to prove it. Okay, when they can choose a religion, all they got to do is just sit up there like a bump on the log and say, "Hey, Jesus, my Lord and Savior, I'm washing the blood of Jesus." All the little phrases that y'all use, you know, highly blessed and highly favored. Right. They can say all that.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Too blessed to be stressed. Yeah. Blessed by the best and all that type of stuff. I said, so all I got to do is come up with cliches all day long, you know. I said, so tell me, why would people choose a religion that requires them to work now? I said, these Christians now who came into Islam, whereas when they were laying in bed, if they got to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning, they get up at 5:30. Just enough time to shower, eat breakfast, get dressed, and go to work. But now they got to get up an hour and a half earlier to make their prayers. Why would they do that? You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't answer it. You know what I'm saying? I said, so you can tell me all day long, I can sit here all day long and the post office still going to send me a check. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me that all day long, but I know I got to get up and go to work. Right. You know?
Yes, and I was telling Brother Basir, he got something called the Examiner, and I was reading. And it said that after 9/11, 21% of Americans were converts. 21% of the Muslims were converts after 9/11.
Oh, really?
I was like, that's astonishing.
Right.
Something that was deliberately made to put Islam in a bad light got 21%
converts. And the thing about it, what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? Man plan and I plan, and I'm the best planner. So God basically uses your own system against you. Mm-hmm. So what you thought was going to basically make Islam look bad, people are beginning to wonder, what is it about this religion that is just bringing up so much, you know, and there's so much on people's minds. So they start investigating it. Then they find out that they were being lied to, you know, and that's basically what it's doing, you know. Because one thing I know Islam is Allah's religion. So you can do whatever you try to stop its growth. I know you ain't gonna be able to do it. I know that you don't realize that right now, but they will realize it. You know.
What about that South Park ad this week? That South Park episode this week. You heard about it?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Oh man, it's crazy.
About they put the Holy Prophet Muhammad or something in a bird suit. See, they were doing a piece on religion, and so Muslims had warned these producers of South Park, don't make no depictions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So they decided, okay, well, instead of doing it, we'll just put him in a bear suit. So this Muslim organization warned them that doing stuff like that can get you hurt. They wasn't making no direct threats to them. They were just telling them there's some fanatics out there that will hurt you for doing that. So all of a sudden they go get this woman whose name is Ali, and she comes on talking about, yeah, Islam does teach us to kill people who say something bad about Allah, the Holy Quran, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him. You know, just telling an outright lie. Yeah. And the thing about it is, and so I went on the internet and went to 360. He comes on Anderson Cooper 360. So I went on there and I typed, it is the Bible that denied women its rights. It is the Bible that says those who defame the name of God or blasphemy shall be killed. It's the Bible that says that. That's not the Quran. The Quran basically says when people say something bad about Allah, leave their company. Because God says, then you'll be just like them. If you just sit up there listening to that, God says leave their company until they desist. You know, and engage in something other than that. You know, that's what Islam tells you, to walk away from them. They don't tell you to kill nobody. You know. And I'm thinking about these people's soul. I'm like, boy, they just don't realize when your soul returns to Allah, on there, boy, to tell them that, like, woe to those who forge a lie again. See, it would have been different if she would say, we were taught that if they say something bad, but when she said the religion, she deliberately said the religion teaches there's something said something bad.
That's my biggest problem with them now. When you're reading their books, I was reading this book with this one. I think I was telling you about it. What's her name? Irshad Manji. She's from Canada.
Yeah, okay.
But all you're reading about was the fact that she had a bad relationship with her abusive father, right? Who abused her and her mother, basically beat up on her, right? And she kind of took that and said that's what Islam endorses.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, so her book is like The Trouble with Islam Today or something like that. So I'm like, well, that's not an Islam issue.
Right.
You just had a bad father.
Right.
So how then do you come telling us that the religion needs reforming because of your dad? He needs some reforming.
He needs some reforming. right. And that's what I told the guy Craig at work, because he kept talking about women. You know, he kept trying to bring up the women thing, and I told him, I said, look, Islam is the Holy Quran. That's Islam. I said, so when you come to me and you want to say something about Islam, don't come tell me what you saw Hamas do or Islamic jihadists. You come and tell me what's in the Holy Quran, and then that's why our conversation will take place from there. Right.
I was just about to say that.
Right. I said, so. I said
about what people do,
because
people will do anything.
I said, have I ever come to you and tell you that Christianity is condemned because of what the Ku Klux Klan do? I said, the Ku Klux Klan said that they're the most upstanding Christians. But I know better because I know something about Christianity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, so don't come and judge Islam by Egypt, Jordan, these Islamic countries. I don't want to hear that. You come to me with the Quran. You know.
Yeah, but it's easy, you know. They kind of set up themselves for. I know, you know, we're a part of it too, man. We got crazy people like that running around the world. In fact, I was the same Irshad Manji thing. I was on her website, and they have this new Quran now that they translated.
Oh, really?
It's called the Reform Quran.
The Reform Quran.
Oh yeah, you can download it.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh my God, that is so horrible.
It's crazy.
That is.
The funny part is a lot of the stuff that's in it, not a lot, but some of the stuff that's in it, you know, like cutting off of hands and those things, the interpretations is a lot like the Ahmadiyya interpretation, right?
Right.
So it's not like for us they added anything new.
Right.
But then they also have a other bunch of stuff that, you know, they trying to change the meaning of the Quran to suit themselves, you know?
Right.
So when you look at it, that's what they're trying to do.
Right.
So I'm like, I think there's like 3 people, some Turkish person and 2 other people. But I'm like, you guys are crazy now, man. You barking up the wrong tree.
You playing with fire, boy.
Barking up the wrong tree now.
I still can't believe this Muslim was trying to change a verse in the Quran. I mean, a couple of words in the Quran. You ever hear that khutbah by the Fifth Caliph? One of the opponents of the Promised Messiah, the verse where it says, Allah said, "Oh Jesus, I will call you to die a natural death and raise you to myself." Well, they said when he would recite it verbally, he would change it, you know, verbally when he was doing a verbal recitation.
Right.
So he got bold enough one day to come to these other mullahs and say, I think we should change it in the Quran.
Change it in the Quran.
So they basically like, ain't no way. You know, now their response didn't sound like it was like a fear of God. It was like a fear of the Muslims. That the Muslims would react in a certain way. So since they wouldn't do it, he said he was going to do it. So he went to a couple of printing presses and tried to get them to do it. And they wouldn't do it. One of them was Sikhs. He went to some Sikhs. And they say, no, we don't want the Muslims coming down on us. So he decided he was going to change it himself. He went and bought the plates to change it. Say that very night, Allah killed him and his whole family. The plague hit his whole household. That very night, he went and bought the plates to change just one little verse. He was just going to change a couple of words around.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? He was just going to change a couple of words around in the Quran. But remember what Allah says? The plague. Because remember what Allah says in the Holy Quran? And surely we have sent down this exhortation, and surely we shall be his guardian. Okay, Allah has promised no one will tamper with the text of the Quran. So this Muslim, out of all people...
No, I understand what you're saying. I was just saying what was the thing that killed
They caught the plague.
Okay.
And they died that very night. They say not only him, but his whole family. Died that very night. I can't believe nobody was that stupid, man. I had to listen to it about 3 or 4 times. I'm like, man, was that stupid? He gonna try to change. He a Muslim man. Gonna try to change. He gonna try to change the word of Allah.
Yeah, and not that he didn't get any signs that the print press won't do it.
Right.
The other
Exactly.
gonna do it.
But see what happens is, and I think that's where America is right now. I think that's where Western society is right now. You know you headed for a collision course, but you just can't stop it. You can't stop it. You got some of these people out here who did serial killers and all that, and they knew they were gonna get caught, but they just could not stop it. It became an obsession. And that's what it says. He became obsessed with changing his verse. So even though the signs were showing him, you better leave this alone, he still had to carry it out.
And the thing is, it's the collectiveness of it all. Everybody's on different pages. I can agree, okay, maybe something's coming, but excuse me.
What's happening?
436.
What's happening, Austin?
I think it's like 5. What date is today? 5:50.
550.
According to the date. Oh, actually no. Yeah, 5:52.
Really? What? You turning something up?
So because I think they're going to run a program, so
So we're not hearing you.
right. Because they can't hear us.
Yeah, it says 5:52 for St. Louis.
552, huh?
For Ossifer,
Is that late? I didn't know.
I
it
thought it
was
was
late.
about 4:30 or so.
I ain't talking about the time late. I'm talking about Asa starting that late.
No, I think it's ending that late. Typically, when in the Jama'at prayer times, we put the last time that you can make the prayer.
Oh, really?
For us, sir, yeah.
Oh,
That's
okay.
usually the last time to make the prayer.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's usually how we
I don't
do
know
it.
about that because my grip don't start till about
7:30.
7. No, my grip is like 7:50 now.
7:50.
Yeah.
Here it says
Oh, you make it
7:35.
seem like I told you an hour. But I said 7:50. 7:50. That's only 20 minutes. Damn, you.
But it's just early.
Yeah, 7:53.
Hey, when it comes to the sun setting, 5 minutes is too early.
Yeah.
Somebody need a nap over here, bro. He's tired. He don't want no conflict over here, bro. So you disturbing his nap.
And then like you eat
That's
cake,
all that food you ate, brother.
Yep.
Now you sleepy.
But I feel like you eat cake.
Brother, I drove 80-90 miles. I drove.
I know. And you got to drive back.
And you gotta drive back.
And again tomorrow morning.
Get your rest in, brother. Yeah, get your rest. Shoot, we should have put a cot in here for you.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we really need.
No, we need zakat. Not zakat.
Yeah, man, I'm on the warpath myself. I should have brought mine today too.
Mm.
I got to pay mine.
But that cake was good.
Alhamdulillah.
That one.
That doesn't tell anything about God. That's so stupid.
Who?
I'm sorry.
Thinking out loud.
It has corn flour, corn meal, cake,
Corned beef?
corn meal.
Uh-uh.
Huh?
No, that's cake. What you say, cornmeal?
Yeah, that's what's made out cornmeal.
No. It look like it, don't it?
Yeah, some they make out cornmeal.
Do they?
Yeah.
They call it cornbread.